Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys another reading. So today's topic is what's their karma for hurting you? And the theme, the cost of their cruelty. So this is going to be about a specific soul connection that you still feel with another person, even though there has been some sort of a major challenge or falling out with them. Now, I do tend to channel for those that are more in like a romantic style situation, even though this could be about a family member or friend. But I just want you guys to take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that does not. All the decks I'll be using, as well as this really cool snake candle holder orgonite, will be listed in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to take a look and see what red flags or shadow traits began to emerge with this person, okay? So this might be things that started to come up. Maybe you felt like something was off. Maybe you guys ignored the red flags, whatever. We're just going to see what started to eventually emerge with this person. What energy started to emerge in the form of red flags or shadow traits with this person? We have shot callers, so this could be somebody who felt like they needed to be the one that was in control, right? Maybe in the beginning they seemed to be kind of easygoing, but you started to notice that they felt like they needed to be the ones that were in control, call all the shots, maybe being even a little controlling. All right, let's see what else. I just got, in a way, like being the person that was in control of when you saw them, you know, like as much time as you guys were going to spend together, it's kind of like it was on them. They were the ones that were calling the shots. Now the thing is, maybe you allowed them to have that kind of power, but that started to feel like a red flag, kind of like, wow, what about my needs? What about what I want in the situation? Maybe it seemed like this person was only doing things when they felt like doing them. We have the Ace of Cups. It's just about my cup. It's about me. Yeah, I definitely feel like a very selfish type of an energy started popping up. It's kind of like, it's just about what I want. It's not really about what you want. So this was a one-sided situation, what started to develop. So maybe it didn't start off that way, but this started to develop a one-sided situation where there was only one person really showing up and the other person was just taking but not giving anything back, okay? Let's see what else. Oh, we have compelling eyes that hypnotize. So there could have been something just about this person's eyes where it's just like, maybe they didn't look you in the eyes, right? Maybe you felt like because they weren't looking you in the eyes when you were talking to them, or they weren't speaking to you kind of face to face, maybe just a lot of things just through text, that was a red flag. It could just also be that maybe this person's eyes were so beautiful and so hypnotizing that even if they were lying to your face, you were just kind of captivated by their beauty. So it was really hard perhaps to not believe this person. They were so compelling and convincing. We do have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups to me is an energy where somebody has a lot of other cups out there. They have a lot of other options, and maybe this is something where you kind of started to feel like, am I the only one? Am I just one of many? Does this person just want to keep their options open? I feel like someone's treating you like an option with this whole Ace of Cups business. You know, they're just kind of like, you know, they're kind of calling the shots, what they're going to do, when they're going to do it, and what cup they're going to grab. You know, you're kind of lucky, I guess, if they call your glass forward. But this person maybe felt a little kind of full of themselves, a little egotistical, kind of like, you know, they could just do what they wanted when they wanted to do it. So this type of attitude could have emerged, and you started to feel a little suspicious perhaps when they started acting this way. All right, let's see what else. Okay, we have manipulative. So obviously this person has a little bit of a manipulative side where, you know, maybe they charm you, kind of like that snake, like a snake charmer, like they're able to charm you with their good looks, or the way that they say certain things, or the way that they kind of, you know, treat you in the moment. So a little smooth talking type of an energy here. We have strength. It was really hard though. So I'm getting here, it was really hard to not, like, it was really hard to resist this person is what I'm getting. They had a strong hold on you, for sure. You felt very strongly for them. And in a way, they knew that. They knew how much you really liked them or cared about them. And so in a way, they used that to their advantage to manipulate you, unfortunately. Okay. They might have also told you that they didn't have the strength to say no to something or someone in their circle. So they may have kind of used an excuse, kind of like, I'm really sorry, but I just couldn't say no. Or I'm really sorry, but I just have to help this person. I feel really bad for them. That could have also been a red flag for you as well. You have jealous. Okay, interesting. So there could have been another person here in the situation. Some kind of third party is what I'm picking up on. And this person made a lot of excuses as to why they couldn't completely cut this person out. Or maybe you sensed that there was another person, but they just kind of kept denying that or withholding this from you. I definitely feel like there was something for you to be jealous about, because there was another person here. There was somebody else in the corner or in the shadows. There could have even been somebody that pretended to be a friend to the person that you were involved with. Like, oh, I'm just their friend, but really behind your back, there was something else. They had a different intention. And we have the King of Cups. So to me, this is an energy here where it's like, the King of Cups holds all the cups. The King of Cups is in control of the situation, but really enjoys having a lot of different things going on, a lot of people vying for their attention or their affection. And so I feel like this is kind of a player vibe. And so you started to pick up on this, that maybe this person just likes to have a lot of people around them. They like a lot of attention. They like to have a lot of supply around them at all times, because it makes them feel big. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel strong and powerful. And maybe just even using like you calling them out on it and saying, stop being insecure, stop being jealous, stop being trying to be controlling. And that was manipulative behavior. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get one more round on that. Let's see what else. What else came through as a red flag or shadow trait with this person? We have burdens. I feel like this individual made a lot of excuses, kind of like, I just have so much going on, or, my workload, I have to work so much, or they may even used things in order to divert your attention elsewhere, so that way you didn't know what they were really up to. So somebody that's kind of deliberately using excuses to get away with things. Or just like, I've been through so much, I can't commit. I'm afraid of commitment, just a bunch of bullshit excuses like that. Okay, so I don't have any reverse cards, but this came up on purpose. Oh yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Using work as an excuse. Ooh. Yeah, I've known people that have done that in the past. Oh, I'm just working really late hours. I'm working on something. It's requiring like a lot of my time and energy. And you just know it. You just know that it's probably a flat out lie. And I'm getting here in this reading today that it was. They used work as an excuse. They used that they were so tired. I'm just so tired. They use this as an excuse to distance themselves or to do something else in order to manipulate you and the situation. All right. They may have even had something going on at work. Don't F with my heart. Yeah, and you knew it too. It's like you knew that they were messing with you. You knew that. It's like, why wouldn't you just let me go then, right? Why would you put me through this? So I feel like this individual kind of played you while they were playing around on the side. And they messed with your heart, unfortunately. And you might have gotten defensive. You might have even called this person out on it. And this is when this individual started using things that you couldn't really kind of combat. Like, well, they do have to work. Or yeah, I mean, they do have a really tough job, so technically they could be tired, or I could see how they have to go out of town again. They were manipulating the situation because they knew that you might question yourself. And we have the Four of Wands. So Four of Wands, to me, it's just like, I'm going to keep you where I can keep you. So it's very selfish energy. It's like your person wanted to kind of keep you, where they knew that they had you, while they went off and just kind of did something else, or just was not on the up and up, whatever this was. So they led you to believe that you guys had a connection. They led you to believe that you guys maybe were even committed with the Four of Wands, but you knew that something else was up. And so why did they lie? Why did they why did they fuck with your heart? Why did they mess with you? It's like, this was totally unnecessary. Why would this person do this? So no wonder you're watching this reading today, because you want to know, has this person gotten their karma, and are they sorry, right? Did they have to pay the price of karma for messing with your heart? So now we're going to take a look at that tower moment that triggered memories of you. So this basically is probably a situation where you and this individual are either no longer speaking, or it's kind of like a very strained communication because of something that's happened here. So we're going to take a look at that tower moment where they started to just kind of, wow, like, you know, felt bad about something, maybe started thinking about you in this connection again, or just feeling a certain way about it. Let's take a look at this. What tower moments triggered their memories with you? Especially if they went off in another direction, kind of cut you out, maybe got involved with somebody else. Eventually, when did this energy start kind of creeping back in when it came to you? Oh, we have the masked man, and I really like this because this is telling me that your person kind of put on a mask at first, like they either just acted like they didn't really care, or that, you know, it's not really their fault, you're overreacting, etc. But it says they won't let anyone enter their heart. Okay, so what I feel, you guys, is that if you think that this individual treated the next person or somebody, you know, somebody after you different, they didn't. They didn't. This individual is somebody who hides who they really are from everybody. So you're not just, it's not like they just did this to you and that the next person was the key that was just going to unlock everything and all their issues were going to go away and they were just going to suddenly treat this person like gold. No way. No way, it didn't happen. And if it looks like that's what's happened, that's not what's happening. This person maybe is just getting better at hiding things, but there's a hidden energy here. So this tells me here that their tower moment that triggered memories with you is realizing that, you know what, the next person didn't fix it for them. So maybe they were truly convinced that, you know, maybe it was just you. Maybe, you know, it wasn't what they were looking for. So they went into the grass being greener, they thought was going to be on the other side. And when they got there, they realized that, oh my gosh, I can't let this person in either. I'm kind of at the same dead end. I still am empty inside. No one is going to fix me. No one's going to make me feel things. I'm just perhaps dead inside. So your individual, I feel, at some point realized that you weren't the issue. You weren't the problem. Okay? Like, no one is going to satisfy them. No one is going to cure them or fix them. And we have the 9 of, that's the 9 of Pentacles. It's like, I'm on my own, right? It's independent. It's an independent problem. It's a me problem. So I'm not trying to say like this person suddenly saw the error of their ways and they were just like, wow, I'm really messed up. It could have worked out that way for some of them, yes. But I am getting here that they realize that, hey, you know what? I've made my bed. I guess now I got to lie in it. So just who they are, they're just better off being single. This individual is better off just not dating at all. And maybe they even got to that point where they're just like, you know what? Maybe I should just be alone. So that might be the tower moment when they maybe ended up alone. Maybe other people got tired of their crap or something. And they're just like, wow, I guess this is a me problem. It's not an everyone else problem. Okay, let's see what else. We have nightmares. They had some sort of a nightmare. They're not over their past. So guess what? So you did come back to haunt this person, a memory, something maybe that you said or something that they said. It did come back to haunt them. They did have maybe a dream or a nightmare here. And so they were reminded of you and the pain that they caused you and how things went down. Ooh, yeah, High Priestess, secret information. Maybe some sort of a secret came out. Maybe their tower moment is that you found something out through a mutual person, or you did your own kind of like investigating and you found out that this person was lying to you the entire time. So it's just like, wow, you really called their number. You really figured out their crap. They couldn't really hide behind this lie any longer. So that was a little bit of a crashing tower moment for this person, is when you found something out that maybe you weren't supposed to find out, or it's like the jig was up and it was like, you know, they couldn't hide it anymore. So that's what's coming through with that. All right, let's see what else. Maybe they really thought that they were going to hide something from you forever, but you found something out and it was a little bit of a blow. We have trick or treat. Okay. So this is talking about here they come. Will you open the door? Very interesting. What I'm getting here is that your person may have wanted to come back. They may have wanted to like call you or text you, especially after they went kind of off and figured out that it wasn't going to be happier elsewhere either. So kind of like it was a them problem, not everyone else, not you. But it was questionable, like maybe because of what you found out, or maybe that you're seeing this person for who they truly are. You're like, I would never open up that door ever again to this person, so F that. So maybe they kind of found that out, like, wow, whatever you found out, it was like that was the nail in the coffin. They couldn't come back. So that was a little bit of a tower moment for this person. That 5 of hell. That right there is the 5 of Wands, conflict of interest, because what they're getting here is that if they would have come back, there would have been conflict. So I do feel like this person actually wanted to come back. They wanted to try to revisit this connection with you, but they could not. And the reason why is because you were probably pissed of something that you found out, or just the way that they left things. And you were just like, hell no. If you come back, there's going to be hell to pay, basically. And they knew this. So they knew it was going to be a conflict of interest. They knew that there would be conflict between the two of you. 5 of Wands to me is also other people. So other people may have gotten involved in this situation, and this might be why or how you found out information about what this person was really doing. And so since they knew that, they became aware that you found something out. They were just like, oh shit, well, I guess I blew my chance. I guess I'm not going to be able to come back. Because this individual might be the type of person who kind of comes and goes, back and forth with people, but they weren't really able to do that with you because they really effed it up. So now we're going to see what karma started to play out for them after the two of you parted ways. Wow. So things did not turn out the way that they thought. That card just shot out of the deck. And I'm telling you, what they thought was going to make them happy didn't. How they thought that things were going to go the way that they expected didn't turn out the way that they had planned. So this to me was definitely like a tower moment for sure, but also a little bit of karma, kind of like, well, I guess you really screwed this one up. You really bit off more than you could chew. You really overestimated the situation. And we have the Hermit. Okay, so it's like all alone, right? They had to kind of retreat from you and the situation. I do feel like they thought that they were going to come back to you. They thought that at some point down the line that they were going to be able to come back to you. But I do feel that something specific happened here to where they blew their chance. And so they really had to withdraw. They really just, they weren't going to be able to do what they normally do, which is to go back and forth. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, booby trap. See, there's no way out of this situation. So they really screwed it up. They really did. They made it to where it made it such a sticky situation, a sticky mess, that they could not get out of this. So there was just no way but to walk away from this. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So affluent, interesting. I am getting for some of you guys that they ended up with somebody for all the wrong reasons. Not somebody that they were really truly happy with, but just basically with somebody for status. So, it's like, okay, cool. Life looks good and everything like that. And I've got, maybe money, status, success, looks good. But deep down inside, I don't really feel anything. So karmically, I don't think that your person is like capable of being happy with anybody, even in their future. So maybe they already like invested so much with this person or situation. For some of them, they could have even gotten someone pregnant. So I hate to say this, but now they're kind of stuck with this person that they don't even love. Yeah, that's crazy. That's not going to be for everybody, by the way. But I feel like there's no way out of this situation. Kind of like you also might be the Queen of Pentacles, where it's just like you've risen above them. So there's no way that you would go back to this shit. I feel like they blew it. Oh, we have broke ass. Wow. Whatever decision that they made, in the end, they came up empty-handed. The investment did not pay off. Maybe the person that they thought that was the great partner for them, it didn't turn out to be that way. They made a decision that was a poor decision, and they have no one else to blame but themselves. So they're kind of sitting in their shit, or they sat in their shit. That was their karma. They really lost. I feel like you were the Queen of Pentacles in a way of great value, and they lost you. They lost a very valuable person. And we do have the Emperor, which means I have governance of my own life. I have governance over my own decisions. I'm the one that made these decisions. So it is, in like a way, it's hell to pay, basically. And it's my hell that I have to pay. Let's see what else. Ooh. Thoughts that will never leave, haunted by you. Ooh, guys, I don't know. I mean, we already have the nightmare, right? Oh my gosh, I just want to come home. Oh, I want to come home. I want to come home. That's a song from, I think, oh, I always forget the band, damn it. Anyways, doesn't matter. They want to reconcile with you, but they feel like they can't. So they have thoughts of wanting to come back to you, but they feel like they've blown it forever because of something you found out or something that they did was pretty terrible. So in a way, this is their karma, you guys, is that they feel like they want something that they can't have. That's the karma. That's the cost of their cruelty towards you. So we are going to go deeper and further into these messages. If you guys would like to join me over on the extended, I'll put the extended link in the description box down below, as well as pinned to the top comment section. But this is what we're going to go into over there. What karmic consequences have triggered the most remorse that they have towards you in this situation? How do they believe that you perceive them now? What messages does their higher self wish to share with you? And where do they stand in regards to coming forward and making amends for their past actions? So hopefully I'll see you guys over there. And if not, no worries. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a little bit of love. And I really appreciate you guys watching today. You take care. Bye-bye.